Hey, welcome back. It's about -37 this morning. I got a couple of things to maintain on the tractor today. One, yesterday on my way back, just as I was finishing up the end of the driveway, I realized I had snapped the shear pin. So I'm going to replace that this morning and get that fixed up. And also, I realized since I've got this unit that this chute it seems like it's constantly laboring when it tries to turn. And so I realized there's definitely something wrong in that in the gearing there. So I don't know if possibly the clamp ring has been squished too tight, and it's pinching the gears that go around, or what's going on. So we're going to pull that apart this morning and see if we can get her fixed up so that she's spinning a lot more freely. Because yesterday my hydraulic motor on the side of it was just steaming hot. So let's take this thing over to my friend's place. He's got a nice big workshop and a big garage, so we're going to take it inside where it's a little bit warmer. If you want to come along for the ride, let's go check it out, and we'll pull this thing apart, see what we can fix. Thanks. Okay, let's put that new shear bolt on. A little messy in there. Is part of the bolt often left in there?
The bolt, yeah.
It doesn't come flying out.
What you're looking for.
Okay, and a little bit more. Stop right there. Okay, I think that might be it, because if you come from this side, see how it becomes a hole? Excellent. Great. Okay, and that's what's left of it, eh?
That's your shear points. One with the groove, and then the other one went through the threads.
Okay, and so as far as the new bolt, it doesn't matter which way you put it, whether you bring it up or bottom? Because that one...
They've got to be offset, if I remember correctly. So this one's offset from this one, because we did it once before on another tractor, and they said not to, because you can go 180 degrees,
Right.
and this would match up to this, and you're not supposed to do that. So
Okay, great. So she's good here, I think.
Yep.
Okay, so these came in pretty handy for punching that through, and my first shear pin, and I think we're good. We know the other part stays in, and I also we try to keep an eye on that orange paint. I think is right where the line is.
There's a way of cheating here. Okay.
Good.
Good mark.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Excellent. Thank you, sir.
So that way you can always line it up.
Great. So now I'll always know where it is.
Yep.
That's excellent. Well, thank you. That's great. Okay, thanks, Guy. All right, shear bolt done. And once this thing unfreezes a little bit more, we're going to pull that apart, see if we can fix her up.
just doesn't get that much usage as it were.
No.
If it was rotating 180 degrees, every minute or something, then I can understand.
Well, I was kind of figuring that maybe you didn't really need to put anything else on except, like what the mechanic said, is he uses that spray grease for lubricant because it's
Like a silicone spray.
that stuff there, yeah, that he told me. He said he puts a tiny bit of grease on the bottom of this pink stuff, just on the rim underneath, and then whenever he uses it, he just turns it and he sprays a little bit of that in on the teeth just so it has something.
Yeah.
But he said that you don't need much. And I said, well, I think put it together a little crazy with that. I don't need much.
All right, so far we've got we've just got the plates taken off. There's a ton of grease in here. It might be part of the problem because it's freezing up, but we're gonna keep pulling it apart, see if we can clean it up. Guys, just throwing them into some hot water, try to get them cleaned up and get a lot of that grease off. And I think definitely I got my money's worth on the grease. Okay, well, we've got all the ice, everything cleared out of the hydraulic motor here, and we've also cleaned off a ton of grease. A lot of that pink, it is synthetic grease, which should be good, but there's just gobs of it inside there, and that might have been a lot of the problem. So, guy's been helping me out here. He's cleaned all of the grease out of it because there was just tons of grease in there. And of course, in negative 30, negative 35 degree weather, that grease is becoming putty. It's like silly putty. So let's keep going. Let's see if this motor is going to be okay or not, because she was overheating pretty bad on me yesterday. All right, great. And that just fits any old way. Like
Yeah, I was checking. There doesn't seem to be anything one way or the other.
What's it say? I knew there was something fishy when it was coming up from the inside too. Because I didn't know how this thing was put together. I appreciate you helping me out because that's the first time pulling it apart. But I was looking at all the grease spewing out on the inside, and I was thinking, what is in there that needs all that grease?
Excellent.
That's good.
Yep.
Okay. And then
I would spray the top of that one.
you would? Or would not?
I would. Same
Yeah,
stuff.
just a tiny bit.
Not as much as he did in the bottom.
Good. Thank you. Just finger tighten them first, Guy?
Yeah.
And then, okay.
Then work through.
So with this stuff here, Guy, do you think it just will naturally be in the right spot? You don't have to adjust or
No.
anything?
There'll be plenty of clearance. It's governed by the plastic ring inside. Sets it
Okay.
up against this, so there's no adjustment with these.
Okay, so this is just clamp them down.
This
We
keeps
should
it
be good.
down.
Okay. Alright, so we've got her all cleaned up. Guy and I got all the extra grease off. Guy took them in and put them in some hot soapy water. We cleaned off all the parts using some Kubota lubricant. It's chain and multi-purpose lubricant. I got it at the dealer. Apparently it's supposed to be good, so we're going to give that a shot. Got rid of most of the grease, cleaned up the parts, and then gave it a shot of this stuff. Mechanic told me I should use this regularly whenever I'm about to use the snowblower. Just spray it into the teeth. So we're going to tighten this stuff up, get her all put together, get ready, start it up, and see if the chute will finally work properly. All right, we got her. We got her all fixed up, taken apart, cleaned, put back together, tightened up. Ready to give her a test and see if we can get this thing to spin properly like it should have in the first place when I bought it. As you know, fixed the shear pin, put a new one in. Everything worked out great there. And also, don't know if you caught it, but Guy had a great idea of putting a simple mark in the bar where your shear pins are, so that when they do fall out or when you snap them, you'll be able to put your outer sleeve, line it up easily so you can find the pin a lot easier. All right, so let's start her up and let's see if we can get this chute to work. Alright, we've got success. Chute's working great. Thanks so much, Guy. Thanks for helping me out this morning. For all of you, thanks for sticking around today. I hope you've learned something, and I hope you got something out of it. If nothing else, a little entertainment. Have a great week, and we'll see you again.